Soft gel extensions is one of the easiest and fastest ways to do nail extensions, and if you do it right, they're also going to last just like regular extensions for 3 to 4 weeks. In this video, I will share some tips on how to make it work and also review a nail art kit by Saviland, which includes soft gel tips. Coming up!
Hello guys, this is Anastasia. It's time for some unpacking. Let's take a look, and here I have soft gel tips, long full cover coffin shaped, 240 pieces. And then we have a different kind of soft gel tips, almond full cover shaped, also 240 pieces. We also have a 100-180 file. This one looks like a shiner. Then we have a tip cutter. We will definitely need this one every time you're working with tips, whenever you decide to make them shorter. And we also have the gel for soft gel tips, Nail Extend Glue Gel 4-in-1 UV LED sock-off gel. And a small UV LED nail lamp, which I think is going to work using USB. Yes, this is a small compact lamp for freeze curing. So let's try to do soft gel extensions. This is my client. She has standard nails. Some nails are peeling on the free edge because of the product removal, but other than that, we have a standard situation here, so let's start with the prep. This is the first and most common mistake when doing soft gel tips extensions. Even though this method is way easier than doing extensions on regular forms, you still need to do prep. You need to push back the cuticles to make sure that the skin is not spreading onto the nail plate, and the nail plate should be completely free of any kind of skin and debris. If you notice some product lifting near the cuticle or along the sidewalls, the most common reason is incorrect prep. Probably the nail plate was not clean enough, or you didn't push back the skin well. There are different ways to do nail prep. It can be done manually by using pusher, orangewood stick, or you can use electric nail file. The method itself doesn't matter. It's important that you do it right and clean everything. Then I proceed to dry manicure. I use electric nail file and diamond flame-shaped bit with red abrasive mark. The speed is 17,000 rotations per minute. For me, this is the fastest and most effective way to do prep, because this is how you can quickly clean all the skin from the nail plate. When we finish the prep, we're going to apply tips using special gel to the nail plates. So if you have some leftovers of the skin, the product is not going to adhere well. It may look like it adheres at first, but after a few days, the product inevitably will start to lift, because the skin is going to work like a sponge. A small part of it will be under the product, and the other part will be absorbing all the moisture and oils. But if you clean the nail plate really well, it is going to be dry without any dirt, debris, or oil. You will not have this problem because the product is going to perfectly adhere to the nail plate. That's why the next step will be removing surface shine. I prefer using 180 grit file, depending on the nails. If you have very thin or brittle nails, you can use 240 grit. Do not file layers of the nail off. The only goal of this part is to take off the surface shine, so use a very light touch. If nails are peeling, then you can carefully file off the parts that are already peeled off, because obviously they're not growing back. Then we proceed to trimming cuticles and eponychium, and this part is optional because cuticles are not spreading on the nail plate anymore, so this is not really going to affect the product application. But I do this because I think it looks so much better, and I'm trimming off only the dead skin. I prefer using manicure scissors, but you can also use nippers or electric nail file. Then we need to find the correct size of the tip. And this is another typical and crucial mistake when the size you choose is incorrect, such as this one. You see, it's not covering the entire nail plate from one side. So if you use this size, at first it is going to look like the nail looks smaller and more narrow, but they are going to pop off. This size works so much better. Using the incorrect size, especially the one that is smaller and more narrow than the nail bed, will lead to broken nails and to cracks on the sides. If you're struggling and it seems like this size doesn't fit while another one is a little bigger than the nail, it is better to pick a bigger one because you can always file it from the sidewalls and it is going to perfectly fit. Once you're sure that all sizes fit perfectly, it's time to proceed. For the next part of the prep, we're going to apply dehydrator, let dry, and then we apply non-acid primer. Then we need to apply base coat, and I'm going to use 4-in-1 Nail Extend Gel by Saviland. It is important to apply a very thin coat and then cure it in LED for 30 seconds. Besides the correct size of the tip, it is also important to pick the correct style. Some tips have a very deep curve, while some people have naturally flat nails. So it is going to be a challenge to make them work. By the way, Saviland Coffin tips have medium curve, so it is going to be a perfect fit for most nail types. Next mistake is incorrect application. If you take just a tiny bit of gel and it's obviously not enough, then you're trying to press it onto the nail plate and you see so many bubbles. The reason is there's just not enough gel applied on the tip. And if you cure it like this, you will already have a lifting on the nail and it is going to break within a few days. But most nail technicians do the opposite mistake, which is applying too much gel. You will have this gel all over. It is going to squeeze and flood the cuticles, the sidewalls, and you will see a lot of product under the nail. If it accidentally happened, it is better to not cure it and simply clean it first. This is how to do it right. First of all, we need to use a special product, which is 4-in-1 Extend Gel. Do not use a regular builder gel because this is a different product. Apply a little bit of gel on the tip and then gently press it onto the nail plate and carefully slide towards the cuticle, but do not apply it too close to the cuticle. Ideally, there should be a slight, almost invisible margin. If you took too much gel and some little parts squeezed from the side, you can quickly clean it with orange wood stick or a brush. And once it's perfectly set, you need to freeze cure it with a small lamp. About 10 to 15 seconds will be enough, and then you can fully cure it in full-size lamp for 1 minute. Once you repeat this process a few times, you will already know and feel how much product you need to take. My recommendation is, if you're in doubt, it is better to take a little bit more, because it's always easier to carefully clean it rather than have bubbles in the middle, because it's almost impossible to fix if you already cured them. To make the process even faster, this is how I normally do it. I take the tip I'm going to apply on the nail in my right dominant hand, and then I apply some gel with the opposite left hand. Because this gel have a brush, it makes it super easy. I firmly hold the client's finger in my opposite left hand, then press the tip, make sure that it covers the entire surface of the nail plate. Check for the bubbles near the cuticle along the sidewalls. If it's all good, then you can cure. Another typical mistake I would like to address is that when you apply the tip on the nail, it all seems good, you do not see any bubbles, but then you let go and see that, oh my god, now the nail looks crooked. It's obviously looking too much onto one side, and if you already cured, then it is quite hard to fix. To avoid this from happening, use method that I call rehearsal nail shape. Simply do the same thing without the gel, just pretend that you're applying this when you're choosing the correct size and see how the sidewalls should look. And then do the same with the actual gel. It's done. We don't really need to file or shape them. I just slightly file the free edge so we can get rid of this plastic part. For the design, I'm going to use color gels by Saviland. I did unpacking of this kit and swatches earlier this year. I will leave the link to this collection as well as the previous video in my description box. There was one color that caught my attention right away. It's called Jewel Blue. It's dark blue glitter. It's clear-based glitter color. Looks a bit transparent if you apply it by itself on a clear base. It looks gorgeous in the jar, so I could tell it's going to look awesome if you apply it on top of electric dark blue color. So I used one from the same collection. It's called Deep Sea Blue. These painting gels can be used as the one color application as well as for the nail art. They have a medium consistency, so they self-level, but at the same time they're not too runny, so they will not flood the cuticles or sidewalls. We used dark blue color on some nails, and on some I also applied a blue glitter on top. This color combination reminds me of some kind of evening dress. We needed 2 coats for traditional blue nails, and on glitter nails I just applied 1 coat of blue and 1 coat of glitter. And finally we are going to seal it with a glossy top coat. Cure for 60 seconds in LED and extensions are ready. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know of how many mistakes are you guilty when doing soft gel extensions and try not to repeat them. Product links will be in the description box as usual. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing as I post new tutorials and mistake reviews videos just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.